man who represents the city of Indianapolis in beautiful fashion, and a man who has led the Indiana Pacers to yet again another playoff series victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah.
What the hell he did? Had a big night last night, huh? Took him to the rack, win the game, feel like God, jump up on the scores table. Just, can you walk through all of this? 10 seconds left, playoff series clinching game. You got the ball in your hand, one-on-one, Greek freak, to the rack, place explodes. I mean, that's what dreams are made of, right? Is that what it felt like last night, Tyrese, in the middle of it?
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun. Down the stretch there in overtime, I hit a 3 to start, and then I feel like I missed every shot down the stretch. And, my teammates did a good job of keeping me up, telling me that, we were going to have another opportunity to stick with it. And guys just continued to make plays. Andrew Nemhard made a big 3. Double A made a big 3. We just got a couple steals down the stretch. They turned it over there, and they trust me to make plays at the end of the game. So,
I understand you missed a couple shots in every time. I wasn't able to watch. I don't know if you know that. I was just keeping up with social clips. Yeah.
Come on.
I got Hulu and YouTube TV, okay?
Yeah.
Every month, they're dinging me.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Can't get the Pacers game.
It's a joke.
So I'm following it on social media. And obviously the business is good. Okay. But this team, Tyrese, this guy needs to be on TV. Okay?
Yeah.
You are electrifying, brother. You talked about missing shots in overtime. How about the end of the fourth quarter? Need it. Got it. Gotta have it. What do? Take it to the rack, dunk. Not only a pull-up, which a lot of people do at this stage. All right, I'll just pull up and shoot it from here and hope. You take it to the rack, that's the end of the fourth quarter. That's to get it to overtime. Then in overtime, same exact thing. Tyrese, Haliburton right now, brother. Haliburton right now. Why do you think this Pacers team plays so well during playoff time? Why do you think your team is playing so well here post-All-Star game?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of injuries early in the year. Obviously, both of our backup bigs go with torn Achilles. Then we lost, Andrew Nemhard and Aaron Nesmith, who are, our main 2 on-ball defenders. And we kind of just had to figure out a way to stay afloat. And then once those guys came back, we really hit our stride. I think we just made an adjustment, after the new year, stepping it up defensively, and then, started to make some more shots, which definitely always helps. But, I think we got a lot of depth, and we're prepared to play here in the playoffs. And, I think that's what we're built for. And, we're just trying to, ride this wave up, into the second series.
A little chirpy between you guys. Right? This series? Was it always going to be that way? Did we know it was going to be that way coming into the series throughout the season?
Yeah, for sure. We always knew it was going to be that way. I don't think it's any secret that there's a rivalry there between us and Milwaukee. And I think as competitors, I think that's what people love. People love to see that. And I think we all enjoy competing in that. So it was a lot of fun, the back and forth. And, I think at the end of the day, it's for the most part just competition. But, I definitely think it was a lot of fun, though. Sign me up for that all day.
Yeah, especially you guys winning 4-1. It has to feel much better to be on that side than the other side. You put out the message, in your post-game press conference or on social, I forget what it was, after Dame tore his Achilles, obviously a bummer for anybody, even though you guys are competitive and rivals. I thought that was very professional of you. I also thought it was very professional of you afterwards last night, after you just had maybe your biggest game you've ever had. Yeah. I mean, series clinching. Needed to get to overtime, rack.
Yep.
To win this, dribbling down in home. Did you hear the roar of the crowd whenever that inbound pass happened? Because they decided to just let you get the ball. They decided to let you get a ball. We're not going to do press. We'll let them come out here. Got 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and see what happens. We run a little screen and cook. Place goes bananas. I mean, that is a huge moment for you in the history of your basketball. You have worked your ass off to get to this moment, to have this moment. And it appears as if the conversation is about your dad was about that shit too. Hey, he and Giannis obviously have an interaction after the game. And it has been talked about. It has obviously been scrutinized. Your dad ends up on court, and I went to bat for your father earlier, at every single game. I mean, that is where the Haliburtons sit. That is just kind of how it is. Have to protect the players, obviously. You came out and said, Dad can't be doing. Where are we at now with the whole conversation? And I am bummed out that a tiny bit of the conversation is about this, but in a week or two, don't worry. I don't think this will even be chatted about as we bygones be bygones. You need to know that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think he just got caught up in the moment. I think my dad has obviously a big personality, and I think
Yes.
after the game he came on the floor to celebrate, and I think that obviously his actions were out of line, and I apologized to Giannis. He apologized to Giannis. He put out a statement apologizing yesterday. I addressed it in media yesterday. It's unfortunate, what happened, and there's no excuses and no place for that. And I think that he understands that. I think he just got caught up in the moment. But I understand that a lot of the dialogue has been about that, coming into today. But it was a big win for us as a group, and that's really where my focus is on. But again, we know that that's unacceptable and something that we can count on not happening again.
Yeah, definitely need to enjoy the moment. Those moments don't happen all the time, and it wasn't you. Remember, it was your dad. So he's his own man. He's an excitable man. I think we've all seen his passion. You said big personality. I think he's always been like that since he's got to Indianapolis. I mean, the first time he came up to me, we're talking huge dap, yell, scream. It's like, and he is there. We know who Haliburton's dad is, like in Indianapolis.
Yep.
So that's why he was able to just walk onto the court afterwards. Like people were like, why was he all the way on the court? It's like, exactly. Why was he on the court? Because of who he is. Like that is kind of a part of the conversation. What ends up happening though can't happen. I appreciate you saying it. I appreciate him saying it. And to you, I hope you did enjoy that moment, man. I hope it wasn't all caught up in all the other stuff. Now, with that being said, we move on to a good team. Hey, this team's a good team. Cleveland Cavaliers are the real deal. When do we start watching film? Have we already started watching film? Are we training? How do we go on to beat the Mrs. Cleveland Cavaliers? How do we go to do that? Because they're very good, right?
Oh, yes. Very good.
Cavs like the second
They're
one.
good.
Yeah, they're very good. How do we go? What are we doing? When's this all start?
Yeah, we started, like me and my trainer did a little film stuff last night. We'll do some film stuff today. As far as team stuff, we'll start, real team prep within the next, tomorrow and the day after. I think we will play them on Sunday, so we'll practice Saturday and travel Saturday. They're a good team. They're really physical. They can shoot the ball really well. They got multiple guys that can handle, shoot, defend. I think that's why you see the record that they have. They're a really good and really deep team. So we just got to be able to match that energy. And it's not going to be easy by any means. It's a really good team. So we look forward to that competition. And I think this year we haven't really ever played each other this season at full health. So, it's hard to really look at, necessarily all the film because I haven't really played a ton against their full group. And I only played the first half, I think, of the first game we played them. So as far as film, I'll probably have to go back, 2 years and then start to watch what other guards have done against these guys. But definitely looking forward to the competition, and got some friends over there, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Can't wait to watch it. Hopefully I'll be able to see it.
Yeah, these are all prime time now. No more NBA TV.
All right, that was unbelievable.
After the first round. Yeah.
That was unbelievable last night. That was every TV in the house. I said, it must be this one. I don't go to the other one. I thought maybe it was my internet. It was every TV in the house. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't understand NBA TV rights. I'm not the guy to talk to about that.
We had Silver on. I know I missed it. I didn't know this was coming, though. How could I have ever expected it?
No idea.
How could I have ever expected it? I could never expect it. Okay, playoffs, so grueling, very grueling. Prime time now coming right up. And it's at the end of a very, very long season. D-Bot has a question for you.
Yeah, Tyrese, something we definitely notice, and you kind of notice it every year, just the overall physicality, the bump up in physicality with the NBA playoffs. What's the mindset going into it? How do you deal with it? Do you do anything differently? Did you learn anything from the OGs in Paris, like, Steph, LeBron, Tatum, who have had a bunch of deep playoff runs? Did you pick up anything from those guys? But just how do you handle it personally on a night-in, night-out basis?
Yeah, for me, I think at this time it's just taking care of my body, taking care of my mental as well. I think that's most important for me. My social media usage is way down during the playoffs.
We miss you on there. We miss you on it. Just know the fits are crushing it.
Zero dark alley.
Zero dark.
I download social media in between the rounds, and then I get back off it.
Oh, what the hell?
Before the next game won, but I think I should have never re-downloaded the app, seeing as what my social media looks like at this point in time.
Yeah, but hey, you're knocking off entire cities, brother.
Yeah, people were not happy about the overrated.
People were not happy.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
Not happy.
Yeah.
Still not happy. Still not happy.
Well, especially, You just knocked off an entire state, brother. I mean, that's basketball.
His
You literally,
home state.
one-on-one, you knock off your entire home state and then overrate that for good reason.
And Greece.
Because a week ago, definitely Greece and probably other countries that are near there.
All Europe.
And you're talking, so that's going to come with it, brother. When you live in the paint, every once in a while you're going to get dunked on. Believe me. So don't you worry about that negativity that's coming your way. No, there's a lot of positivity because those Pumas look fresh, too.
Oh, man.
And the fits look phenomenal.
Put that on a poster.
And then we're making every free throw, every three. You don't worry about shit from social media, Tyrese. You just keep it moving, brother. And with that being said, we will move the show digitally to YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and TikTok Live. Whoa, bigger than Twitch.
Whoa.
We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Okay, now we're on digital. People are still watching, Tyrese. Okay?
Don't say anything bad.
Yeah.
About Giannis.
Did you see the rest
No,
of
I have nothing. I have nothing bad to say. He's a great competitor. He had 30, 20, and 10 last night.
We get
He's
it.
unbelievable.
Why is he
I mean,
grabbing Ben's head like that?
Yeah.
Why was he grabbing?
I love you.
He grabbed
Kiss.
Ben's head like that. Did you see that, or maybe you haven't even
So
seen it?
big.
His hand was all the way around his full fucking.
After we won, I kind of blacked out for a little bit. I didn't see anything that happened, and then I had no idea the thing happened with my dad and Giannis until I got to the back. I had no idea, and then I saw the Ben and Giannis thing, and I was ready to do media. I didn't know what was going on, but I think it was just emotions were high after a good series, and hate to see it happen like that, but. It's playoff basketball.
I wish I
love
could have seen it.
Yeah.
I like that you both cared.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think that's all anybody talks shit about for the NBA, right?
Yep.
Jersey swaps and
These guys don't care, and modern athletes don't care. And it's like we see Detroit and New York. I mean, that is chirpy.
Chip.
We're watching hockey right now.
Oh, yeah.
Chirpy. Obviously, you guys, chirpy. It's like people are getting back to like, in our eyes, I think old school people say like competing. Like,
Warriors is chippy.
We're trying to, yes, exactly. Nuggets, Clippers. I mean, go ahead.
That's what sports is. That's what high level competing is. I think that's what everybody wants to see. I think every sport goes through a time where it's like, oh, it's soft, it's this, it's that.
Oh.
But I think when you get to the high stakes and what we all compete for to win, then I think you're going to see, the best, come out in people.
Okay, so
Or
Detroit.
the worst, depending on how you look at it.
Well, yeah, I guess the worst things could potentially happen in any situation, but I like to see that two teams care, and I like that there's rivalries, and I like the fact that it all happened. I don't love that some of the conversation was about your dad and that whole thing, and they're talking about a lifetime banishment and everything like that. That's Tyrese's father, so I think that should be something that's talked about. But obviously, we got to protect the players. But I enjoy that there was a little heat. I enjoyed that there was a little heat and a little bit of passion. AJ, last question for me on that. You said Cleveland was physical. I watched Detroit. They were super physical.
Oh, yeah. Everybody is. I feel like everybody
They're
is.
super physical, yeah.
So that's the thing. Is this like an evolution of sport? You said everything has a soft era. Does it feel like it is? We're in a more physical era. And why do you think that is? Are refs letting more things go? Or is this just everybody decided, this is what we're doing now?
I just feel like it's just playoff basketball. I'm different because I grew up, my main time of watching basketball is the 2010s, right? Which basketball purists, their heads are like, oh, that's soft. That's flopping and all that stuff. And I don't believe that. I believe that my era of watching basketball is the highest level, and where we continue to bring it, the game keeps evolving and keeps getting better. I'm a believer in that. I feel like when it comes to playoff basketball and it's winning time, then the game's going to get more physical, and I think that physicality on top of how skilled guys are and continue to grow in that area as well. We're in a great era of basketball.
I think people from a 30,000-foot view said that you guys never had physicality. You just had talent. It was just like a all-star game at a YMCA is how people would describe it. There's no effort. There's no physicality. They're just hucking up threes. And then I'm watching these playoff games, and it's like Jalen Brunson's get every step he has taken against Detroit. There is a body. You too. I mean, that's why I was so surprised they gave you so much room there with 10 seconds left. Yeah. It's like, wait, this feels like something different than what is normal. I like where NBA basketball is headed. Do you have a party going off on your screen right now? A little bit of a disco ball?
No, I actually have YouTube. I was watching the show before before you called me, so it's on ESPN. There's an ad going on. That's why.
Good ad. Hey.
My apologies. I'll.
No apologies needed.
I exited. Don't worry.
No. Hey, listen. You spoke in 2 different voices today. There's been 3 different lights. I mean, this is good. We're doing numbers, brother. We're doing absolute numbers. Go ahead, AJ.
I haven't heard the second voice, actually. I don't know, Tyrese.
It was quick.
Thank you, AJ.
It was there.
He wasn't listening.
I do like when you drop it in, though. It is keeps everybody on their toes. But Pat was speaking about that last play. So you get free access. You're bringing the ball up. You get that pick around the top of the key. When you see Giannis switch to you, do you know, like, all right, here we go. We're going to the hoop all day long? Or what, do instincts take over? Like, take us through your head right here. Like, what's going through it?
No, I think it's just reading his feet, reading his hand placement, all those things. I knew the last play would come down to me versus him. I knew he had 5 fouls at the time, so we knew we were going to set the high ball screen, and they had been switching down the stretch of the game, so knew that this was going to be the matchup. And, a lot of people were like, how do you let him get right? I mean, I had been going left for the majority of the game, so I was just trying to make the right read, and I feel like it looks like I made the right one on this play.
Why do you think he was thinking? You thought because you were going left all night, he thought you were going that way. That's why he committed that hard, and obviously.
Well, they were shading me left the whole game, whole series. That's been their talking point from their team and from the bench. So I just tried to make the right read. I think that I just made the right play in that moment. But I'm not thinking like I'm going right. This is my plan. It's just reading his feet and reading the game. It's just read and react.
You heard it, AJ. Great answer on that.
I changed? Voice changed?
It was just a little.
It's not past
unintentional.
Yeah.
Unintentional.
No, yeah, we understand. And I think it's awesome. If I had 2 voices, it's 2 concerts.
Yeah.
I believe is
that's right.
How it's been described before by musicians or whatever. Ty has a question for you.
Tyrese, we heard something from Rick Carlisle last night when you guys were down to the effect of, like, in a huddle, he said, like, hey, sometimes you got to just fucking hit somebody, and then he said, like, yeah, excuse my language, the NBA probably doesn't want to hear that, but what was the message when you guys were down big, like before you had that massive comeback to kind of re-galvanize everybody and get things going again?
Yeah, I think this whole series and really throughout both of our playoff runs last year and this year, we just keep preaching our depth and the wear down effect. Over the course of a series, how can we wear on teams over the course of a game? How can you wear on teams to keep playing fast, keep playing with that energy, using our depth correctly, and see how that will wear on teams. And I think last night was a prime example. At the end of the game, we just they had a couple of turnovers at the end of the game that I truthfully believe was just part of our wear down effect throughout the course of the game, with our constant pressure and our constant aggression to get downhill and all those things. So it's funny that they caught Rick saying that, because there's a camera around our huddle. He usually pushes the camera out. So I'm surprised that made it through. Ty, I have watched your reaction to the Packers draft pick maybe 100 times. It makes me laugh every single time.
You're a Packers fan?
View. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really welcome in Wisconsin as much these days. So
this too shall pass.
Packers and Colts and the Niners. My boy's the QB over there. So I kind of got a couple teams.
Yeah.
Baseball, I'm a free agent. I was a Brewers fan, and then I was supposed to throw the first pitch last summer, and they X'd that after the playoff series.
Yes.
So I said, I said, you know what? I'm no longer a Brewers fan. So I'm a free agent. We're looking for a team.
They cut you. Yeah, they didn't want you to be a fan. I respect that out of them, though. Just like going back to the rivalry thing. I mean, you're from there. Interesting move. But you having beef with the Bucks, them saying you think you're just going to come over here and toss a, yeah, right. We don't want you. You should come to the Pittsburgh Pirates, bud.
Do not do that.
Don't do that.
PJ told me. Some people have told me maybe the Reds because they're not very good, and you kind of roll with that.
Skates was here. You and Skates were best friends.
If you're a free agent, Tyrese, you go with a team that's going to maybe win a World Series this year. Don't go with the Dodgers.
That's not fun. Is that fun?
Oh, so be a Pirates fan then. If you want to be miserable, be a Pirates fan. Come join
I don't want to be miserable, but I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a Dodgers fan. Like, come on. I gotta
Red Sox.
Find a middle ground.
Be a Diamondbacks fan.
Red Sox on the up and up.
Diamondbacks. Don't be a Diamondbacks fan.
I feel like the Reds are the closest to Indy.
I love that.
Are the Reds the closest to Indy?
Well, actually, the AAA Pirates team, the Indianapolis Indians, are in Indy, so you ipso facto be a Pirates fan.
Yeah, Paul Steen's pitched here, so you could have seen him if you were. I mean, not.
Yeah, they didn't change the Indy teams to the Guardians.
No.
Nope.
Still the Indians.
Work.
Indianapolis, right downtown.
It's Indiana,
right downtown. They're hitting home runs, but not whenever Paul Skeens is pitching there.
That's right.
Which means you should be a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, I think. We talked about baseball. We talked about basketball. We need to talk about something that you also know very, very well. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Tyrese, obviously a couple massive things happened last weekend, I believe. Need to get your thoughts on WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday. Paul Heyman, kind of similar to your father, looked at Roman Reigns and punched him right in the dick. And of course, there actually a photo from last night of you guys in the locker room. It's crazy. It looks just like it. But what did you think about the Heyman turn with Seth Rollins? Obviously now Braun Breaker has joined up with that team. Were you surprised? Do you feel like that is the right move? And, you have to mention Cena, of course, now beating your guy, Cody Rhodes, on Sunday. How'd you feel about Mania?
Yeah, so night one, main event. I predicted that this was going to happen. I kind of saw the groundwork being laid. There's a video. My boy has a video if you don't believe me.
Okay.
But I, hate to see that happen to my tribal chief. Still acknowledge him. Yeah, for sure. Punk, hate to see it happen to him too. But Seth Rollins is Davenport, Iowa. My girl's from Davenport, so there's that connection there. Ty, don't say anything.
I said shout out. I love Seth freaking.
Is that the Four Cities?
I'm excited. Huh?
Quad Cities?
Quad Cities? I love that
Quad
place.
Cities. Yeah,
what a beautiful place.
Excited to see what happens with Seth as a Heyman guy. And I think what Braun is going to be able to accomplish, I think the presentation, he looks like an absolute monster right now. This is going to be great. This is kind of like our new evolution without a fourth guy, maybe? Is that what I'm kind of sensing?
Are they going to get a fourth guy or girl, or are they just going to stay as a menacing trio that's just going to run rough shot through the Monday Night Raw roster, telling them, you can either get out of town or get your ass beat. One or the other.
I'm excited to see what happens there. And then night two main event, of course, like I told you guys, we're going to win 17, and we won 17. So that makes me feel great. I don't think if I said hello to him that he would probably be like, I don't rock with you. That probably would be his.
Yeah, that's what he's been saying this whole time.
Toxic relationship.
Yeah.
That's okay, but we have a toxic relationship, but I'm still rocking with him.
He probably follows you.
I'm still rocking with him.
Okay, I appreciate that.
What about the Sin City Street Fight?
Come on.
Huh?
Sin City Street Fight was a great fight. Let's talk about the opener though. That was probably the greatest
guy.
The night two opener was probably arguably the greatest opener in WrestleMania history.
I agree. They absolutely brought it down.
That was unbelievable. What we need to talk about is this Backlash match. That's what I'm excited about. That's what we need to talk about.
Jey Uso beat Gunther, night one opener, kicked off WrestleMania.
Jey Uso. I'm with that.
Yeah, we're yeeting. We're yeeting.
I'm with that for sure.
Gunther attacked Michael Cole because of the things Michael Cole said during the lead-up or in the match. I don't think any of us really know. And, Tyrese, if it was you, I would have done the same thing, pal. That's how I kind of operate. What am I supposed to do, just sit there? And then he's going to push me? Okay.
Yeah, I loved that you had your guys back. And I love that the fellas tried to get in there, too. It felt like, I thought these guys were like big, muscular guys. Couldn't get through that security the whole time.
There was 10 of them.
There was a lot of
and
outnumbered.
To be clear, all they were focused on the boys.
Yeah.
I'm getting my head popped off my body.
Bullshit.
And the security's all attacking the boys. It's like, it's seemingly going one direction here, and I don't like it. Look at them sprinting right by me.
Check your talent, Pierce.
Why is everybody worried about the boy?
Hurricanes out to lunch.
Ridiculous.
I mean, Hurricane said he tried. Jessica tried her best. I saw Adam Pearce is over giving his best, but there's professional security right there. They got tasers.
Jason Jordan used to wrestle. Let's grab Gunther, bro.
I hate to break it to you. Everybody there used to wrestle.
It's embarrassing.
I don't want
the Hurricane.
Maroon
Adam Pearce. Somebody do something.
I don't want to do anything like that. Yeah, exactly. I'm on. See ya.
You tried.
The boys tried, but they were getting attacked by 100 people.
It's ridiculous.
That was unbelievable. But what a promo you cut. Oh, my goodness, what a promo you cut. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That
was great.
Well, I was given the opportunity to speak, and I said there's a lot of things that need to be said. There's a lot of things that are being said about me, and I think people don't know who the fuck I actually am as a person. I think there's maybe a lot of narratives, but with that being said, there's a chance I get my ass beat here, but at least I'm doing it for the right reason. And
going Going down fighting. Are the fellas going? Are the fellas going to
down
back?
fighting. What
What
do
the
we?
hell?
What do you mean going
Like
down?
the
What?
Titanic,
Can't be
brother.
having that, brother.
Hell.
No, I said if you're going down, we're going down fighting. If, but I don't believe you're going down.
Thank you. You have to fight. What are we talking
See
about?
this thing?
I'm not.
Hey, put him in the sleeper hold, bro. He tapped out to the sleeper hold. Put him back in it.
I know. Right now, there's currently a question about his submission
Defense.
endurance too in this entire thing because how quick that went.
Yeah.
You know, and he tapped quick.
He did.
You learn from the diamond.
And Dustin Poirier, who's going to have his last fight July 19th down there in New Orleans, he taught me that if I'm ever in a sleeper again, we got to look for that lever, brother.
Yep.
2 hands on that lever. And then we kind of wiggle our way out.
Yeah, shoulder out.
And Gunther, you know, English is his second language. Who knows if he was able to understand what Dustin Poirier told
could.
me? You know,
has no idea.
I have no idea. You know, I buy you stuff.
Got an amateur one on you anyway.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
across
Yo,
the board.
Up on the forehead.
What's the attire looking like? Are we going back to the tank?
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
the
Tank top.
plain tank?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the issue here. Didn't know there was going to be a match. You know, I think some of those things take a lot of planning there. So,
Sure.
yeah, but it's more my style. You know, John Cena got rid of the music and everything and just want John Cena.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's probably what you're going to see out of me. I think it's going to
All
be
business.
All I'm here. Hey, listen, I'm being forced to fight a guy from Austria. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Have to do this.
Have to.
Get to do this for the good of society. Let's go in there and handle business.
You should come out to Toby Keith.
Don't go that far.
Nah.
Don't go that far. Just
Why
stick
not?
with your entrance music.
I mean,
Stick with your entrance
You
music.
say we don't need to be changing stuff? Is that what you're saying? What are you?
Stick with the entrance music. Stick with the same graphics.
Is that,
Let's keep it going.
And American badass fighting an Austrian.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the uproar?
his dad served in the army. He lost his right eye. You got a problem with that, Tyrese?
Yeah, and he flew a
No
flag
problem
in
with
his
that.
yard till the
Stop
day
doing
he
that.
died.
Stop.
Okay,
Stop doing that.
all right. We appreciate you joining us. Good luck against Cleveland. You said first game Sunday.
First game Sunday. I have no idea what time.
Don't
Well-
eat there. The city sucks, dude. That's all I just wanted to say. Don't eat there. The city sucks. Everything sucks about that place.
Why? Oh, you're a Steelers fan. Don't
Well-
like the Browns.
Well, that's part of it, but have you ever been there?
Okay, great place. Jack's
I
Casino.
played there
Good
before.
casino.
Smells like poop.
Theme
I mean,
park.
unbiased. Have no qualms with Cleveland. When I went there was legitimate trash in the streets, like poop, rats. There was like license.
Come on, bro.
This is real. This is just my experience, and I love the
Rock
casino.
and Roll Hall of Fame's right there on the lake.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Love the setup, how the arenas and stadiums are next to each other. Love how that massive mall they have. Really cool.
The old, is that the
Old National,
No.
old something, and it had a really cool roof. The streets are filled with poop and trash.
I didn't see that. That must have been a different time for me.
I can't agree with that. I'm a Midwest guy, so
Yeah.
I
So you
know.
refuse to believe that. I
It was
refuse to believe it.
I'm going to say this. Growing up in Pittsburgh, I was told every day of my life, I won't say every day, anytime the city came up, anytime the word Cleveland came up, there was an immediate following from every human, basically, that I've ever talked to. That place is shithole. Fuck them.
Mistake by the lake.
That is literally how people from Pittsburgh feel about Cleveland, strictly because of Steelers-Browns history. That is how it is. Ben Roethlisberger, whenever he said he's the mayor of Cleveland or whatever, or how many times, massive pop in Pittsburgh for all it is. And it's whenever the Browns left Cleveland and they went to Baltimore, party in Pittsburgh. Just like that's how Tone has been born and raised. So the first time I went to Cleveland to play the Browns, we were driving the bus through the city. I was like, wow, this is like a pretty nice city. I was mind blown. Very windy, which I hated for my job. But I enjoyed the city of Cleveland. I think it's a very nice city. There's an outdoor area there. The casino.
As an NFL
yeah.
player, when you guys go to a different city, do you guys actually get to do anything?
No. Dinner.
Not like in the NBA.
You can do dinner. Some guys don't do dinner. Like Vinatieri didn't do dinner because he was coming from New England. And I guess in New England, there was a theory that the chef would poison your food.
Bingo.
That's real.
what I'm trying
He's
to
a
say.
very key piece.
Yeah, he said, I'm not eating out anywhere. I don't want to be pooping my brains out tomorrow.
Sure.
All you need is one chef to have a little money on the game.
Well, Cleveland's the fourth best city in its own state. You know, it's Columbus,
Agreed.
Cincy, Dayton, and then Cleveland.
Don't forget
So-
about Athens, too.
Yeah, you could throw that in there as well.
Toledo.
Youngstown.
Youngstown is a great
Youngstown,
town.
Toledo,
Can we
Akron,
please talk about
Pickerington.
Barely top 10.
Cleveland's casino? That Jack's place is a good casino to us.
Great casino.
It's because the dealers don't know how to add or do math. So they just-
See, that's the problem.
Yo, what is going on?
That's the problem. He's from Pittsburgh. That is the problem right there.
What is going on right
But that
now?
might be a good thing. The city's trying to gift you. Okay, we got blackjack dealers that can't count.
This
What a
place
gift that
sucks.
would be.
Here's all of
No
our
kidding.
money.
What a gift that would be. Anyways, congrats on the big win. We appreciate you. Thanks for the positive vibes against Gunther, it sounds like.
Yeah, though you know those are positive vibes. What are you talking about? Sounds like I'm rolling. I'm locked in.
Okay. Big Papa Pump has replied to my open invitation. The genetic freak plus Pat equals disaster for Gunther.
Boom.
Okay, so I think
Hey, you should come out to his theme song.
I don't think I should be disrespecting Big Papa Pump at all. that is
So that's not just ask for permission.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why I'm worried from what if I let Big Papa Pump die?
Oh, maybe he'll let you wear the chainmail.
That'd be
Ooh. But Dan Morgan
Yeah,
hair.
that would be fire.
Yeah, it would be fire.
If you're gonna use somebody's theme music, it's only one person.
Exactly. No. I am
Oxford.
a real
No,
man. That's
man.
what
We talked about all this shit from
that's what you were gonna say.
WrestleMania. The biggest pop in WrestleMania was whose music?
Don't. It wasn't. Did he get his ass
Don't
beat
do
last
it.
night too?
I believe in Joe Hendricks.
There's going to be an ass beat every once in a while in professional wrestling. What a performance by Joe Hendricks.
Sure. That's the music. If you're gonna use somebody else.
RKO'd. Got him out of here.
So good.
Twice. I
He
think.
fought. He battled.
I mean, what a,
He did battle. Respect it. Respect his fight.
Randy's awesome.
Post match, that was awesome.
All right,
you-
go ahead.
Have you taken an RKO?
What's that, brother?
Have you taken an RKO before?
No, we're going to try to keep that streak.
Randy's gonna beat the shit out of
Randy's
Cena.
290 pounds.
That you don't believe that. You don't believe that.
I do.
In St. Louis, brother?
You mean the Legend Killer?
We got about, what is that, 7 months? We're carrying through 2025. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
Don't be a mark, dude.
No
He's-
way.
Ruining wrestling. You heard him.
I'm gonna try.
He can do that without the strap.
You think he's going to be able to do that over Randy Orton's dead body, brother?
Yeah.
The
Randy here. Who else we got? We'll see Punk at Money in the Bank. Run that back.
What are you doing?
He'll blow the kiss back.
What is this, fantasy booking from Tyrese Haliburton?
Yeah, I'm fantasy booking. Can I do that? I'm a fan.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Just don't get mad when it doesn't go the way that you want it to go, you know?
Hey, I'm a fan of the product. Triple H is my guy, so I'm rolling. Whatever I'm rolling.
Triple H talked shit to you, though, I think, in one of his meetings. Not you in specific. But he gave an answer.
Oh, about fans.
Yeah, about how they dissected, obviously, which they appreciate. We've gotten to that stage. But also he said, people book it and they have no idea about people's schedules and health and if that's even possible. And then whenever it's not that, they get mad about it. It's well, that's what you just did is not reality in the whole thing. So I think he was trying to just give his side of what the reality of the business of figuring it out is, while people who are so passionate about wrestling, yourself, myself, I think that's why we've actually become, as tight as we have. It's those people can bash the product, get negative, especially on the internet. And I think Triple H is man, yes, would love to do everything you guys are saying would be. Yeah, we need Stone Cold Steve Austin to kick off Monday Night Raw next week.
Yeah,
we should have that. And not that fans are expecting that. I think wrestling fans actually have a very good feel for story.
Sure.
I think wrestling fans have a great feel. Not all of them. There's a lot of people that I think, are just kind of blinders on in their particular world, which is okay. But it feels like the wrestling fan and community as a whole smartened up to the business more so than any other sport, I think, personally, and very passionate. Very passionate.
Yeah, it's a good point. And everybody, you don't know everybody's schedules, but you hear rumors of people's schedules and take that into account from time to time, So, I definitely agree with that. I feel like the WWE understands how smart their fans are and they adjust accordingly.
How about, there's a movie coming up. This guy's in Hungary or whatever. It's crazy. We get him. The wrestling world is insane, dude. It is so awesome. It's the greatest form of entertainment there is. And the people that don't get it will never get it. That's what Triple H said. There will never be enough reasons to explain to people that don't get it why they should like it. And you'll never need a reason to explain to somebody that likes it, why they should like it. It's
Well said.
I think Triple H has said that. It's a perfect thing. And Tyrese, I think you're an entertainer, brother. That's why whenever you're on the court, there's a little bit of heat sometimes. Tell your dad we said hello and do, calm down.
Yeah, we're going to take it up a notch.
What?
Appreciate you guys.
Maybe take it up a notch.
No.
Maybe.
Might as well.
Maybe.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't
wouldn't
know.
go that far.
I don't know.
You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Olympic gold medalist Tyrese Haliburton. Congratulations.
Tyrese.